Hello and welcome to another video. It's Ulti19 or Ultimate Gamer 19,000 here. Today, I am here to make a different video about the fighter in D&D 5e. In today's video, I simply plan on telling you when and even if you should multi-class with each fighter's subclass. So yeah, let's get right to it. So now the fighter class, in my opinion, is probably one of the classes that people multi-class into the most in the game. Action surge, just allowing you to get extra action, is just brain dead OP. Also gaining a fighting style now with things like blind fighting or even or even defense. There's just you get so much from a fighter dip now. That in my opinion, I feel like it's the smartest option to multi-class like into. If you want a low level dip, then you can't beat the fighter. You really can't. Uh, and also, you have blindside for 10 feet, so I guess if you want to. So, when would be the best level to multi-class out of fighter? In my opinion, if we're not looking at subclasses, I think 6th level is the best class. Once you hit 6th level as a fighter, I feel like just looking at the class base wise, I feel like that's probably when we should start looking into multi-class. Cause let's see everything you get at level 6 fighter: 2 ASIs, action surge, a fighting style, second wind, an extra attack. You get so much with all those 6 levels. In reality, as a fighter, that's all you need. You also do get a subclass, but we're not accounting for that. So as a fighter, I feel like level 6 is the peak of the class at earlier levels, and honestly, anything past level 6 really isn't needed. Now, you could go for level 8, but that's more for the extra martial archetype feature, which we will get into later. Which later is now. So now, let's look at all of the all the subclasses, not fighting styles, and see when should you multi-class in or out of them. First, we got Arcane Archer. In reality, I feel like if you're playing an Arcane Archer, I think it's just purely better to multi-class once you hit level 6, multi-class out of there and never go back in my opinion. The level 7 feature, it's good. You get magical arrows, but that's already if you don't have. And at level 6, you can easily buy some magical arrows. I looked online and by level 6 you should apparently have 3,000 gold. So you can afford some magical arrows or even craft them. In my opinion, for arcane archers, as soon as you hit level 6, multi-class out to ranger or rogue or both. You could. For arcane archer level 6, and I highly recommend you doing that. Next we got the baronet, which I didn't cover because it's sword coast. Next we got the battlemaster, and honestly, if I'm being honest here, I feel if you want to play a battlemaster, I think the best level to multi-class out of a battlemaster would be 8th or 12th level. Now for 8th level, because at 8th level you get a martial archetype feature, and at 8th level, um, you get at 8th level you would get an extra ASI plus know your enemy. Know your enemy sucks, but what we want is the fact that we get an extra maneuver and superiority dice at level 10, level 7, my bad. So that's major value. So if you're starting off as a battlemaster fighter, I would not recommend multi-classing until level 8. Then you can multi-class, but I think there is a point that you probably should not. I feel like you probably should wait until level 12, because if you wait until level 12, you get Undominable, which sucks. So, yeah. But also, your superiority dice turns into a D10, which is really nice, and also you get an extra maneuver, and also you get an extra attack and an extra feat. So I think, in my personal opinion, if you're playing a battlemaster fighter, the best level to multi-class out of, in my opinion, is level 12. I think it provides the most value. You could do at level 8, but honestly, I don't see anything that makes me want to multi-class until and not wait for level 12. Because at level 12, you just get so many good things. Well, throughout the levels of 12 and 9, you just get so many good things for a battle master that it's like, damn, it really makes you wonder. And I accidentally exited out of that, my fault. But next, but for next, The next subclass we'll be doing the Cavalier. Now, if I'm being honest, the Cavalier fighter, I think again, at level 8, if you multiclass, I don't think you're making a bad choice. Now, if you're looking at the Cavalier, a lot of its good features are the warding maneuver and honorary mark. The level 10 features are right at best. It's basically a worse. It's basically just like a sentinel, which I mean, not every build wants sentinel, but I definitely, and also as a fighter, you get so many feats. It's so I personally recommend at level 8 as a Cavalier fighter multi-class out of if you plan on multi-classing. So the next subclass is champion. Now looking at the champion fighter, honestly, if I'm being totally honest, I feel level 6 multi-class out. Because the level 7 feature of remarkable athlete, you can add half of your proficiency bonus to the only real thing I'm seeing here is initiative. Which yeah, that's powerful, but in reality I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's worth taking an extra 2 levels of fighter. I think it's just better to just go to 6th level, go into barbarian, get rage, get reckless attack, get all that good stuff that you really want. And now next subclass, we got the Echo. Oh, we're not covering Echo Knight because some tables don't allow Explorer guys to wild mount, and I don't have Sword Coast, so screwed up. We have a Psy Warrior. Now the Psy Warrior is really nice. But if you were to multi-class, I feel like multi-classing at 8th level is a good choice. I mean, at 10th level, yes. At 12th level, yes, you do get all that stuff. But in reality, I mean, it's debatable. It's like he said, like, you could multi-class at 8, but if you were to stay to like 12th level, I wouldn't blame you. But I think I'd recommend just getting out at 8, because I think at 8 is probably when you get your most useful feature at least. Next, we have Rune Knight, and whew, honestly, if I'm being if I'm being honest, I feel that multi-classing, you could multi-class out of 8th level. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could. Personally, for my own recommendations, I think the smartest choice you could pick is multi-classing out of Rune Knight at 12th level. I think at 12th level is the best level to multi-class out of Rune Knight because the level 15 feature, it's strong. It's really strong. Mm. Honestly, just and honestly, I think this might be one where just stay single classed until like level 18. No, I mean until level 17. Stay single class. Really, I don't. I mean, no. I mean, yeah. With Rune Knight, I would not recommend multiclassing. Honestly, it has such powerful features that it's just you don't need multiclassing to make some busted character because the subclass is just so good. But now we have the samurai. Now, samurai, if we're being honest here, I think you could multi-class out of by level 8. You can just get out of there, and you wouldn't hate yourself for it. But you could stay until level 10 if you do want tireless spirit. I get if you do want that, you could to always have use of fighting spirit available. But I feel like it's either level 8 or level 12. In reality, I feel like that's a fair wait. Um, Personally, I would recommend probably level 8 and probably level 8. I feel like it's better, but definitely, I feel like you wouldn't be dumb for going all the way to 12th level. I wouldn't consider that bad. Now, finally, we're gonna rank how much would I recommend multiclassing. Arcane Archer, 10 out of 10. Please multiclass out of it. Battle Master, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. You can make some very powerful builds here. Cavalier, 9 out of 10. Cavalier abilities aren't that good. Champion, 10 out of 10. Please multiclass out Champion. What are you doing? Echo, my bad. I forgot to do Eldritch Knight. Oh, my bad. I skipped Eldritch Knight. Okay. Now for Eldritch Knight, the thing with Eldritch Knight is it's a spellcaster. So unless, if I'm being honest here, I, At 12th level, what spells? We would have. Oh, it would be one level off third level spells. Okay, this is gonna be a weird one, but for Eldritch Knight, I think the best place to leave would be level 14. Because if we're looking here at level 14, we would get at level 13 we get third level spells. So at level 14 we get an ASI, and ASIs are important. Also, we get an extra spells known. Yeah, we don't get any extra cantrips. But we also do get Eldritch Strike is also good for just doing wombo combos. But Eldritch Knight, I think definitely you could do it at 14th level, or you could. Hmm. Well, you know what? Nah, screw. Honestly, I think it may be better to just get to 8th level and then just get the rest into Wizard. Because if you're at 8th and then 14th, that's 1, 2, no, it's 8. No, that's not 8 levels. It's 6 levels. 6 levels of Wizard gives you, and it gives you extra. Now, honestly, screw that. Yeah, when you reach 8th level, multi-class into Blade Sinker Wizard. Yeah, that's just better. Yeah, 8th level for Eldritch Knight. Multi-class rating definitely 9 out of 10. Very good, very good multi-class potential, especially for Eldritch Knight. And you can also go Sorcerer. That is a very mad multi-ability score to prove, dependent, but yeah, you could. Side Warrior. Eh, I don't feel like you get enough to you do get it's like a 6 out of 10. You don't need it to be powerful. You you definitely could have it to be stronger, but it's not needed. Rune Knight, like 1 out of 10 in reality. Don't ever. If you're a Rune Knight, you're already powerful enough. You're good. You don't have to multi-class. Samurai, definitely I feel like Samurai is a solid 8 out of 10 again. You can get a lot of value out of things such as like Barbarian's Rage or Paladin Smites. Overall, if you're playing a fighter, should you multi-class out of it? Yes. I feel like fighter is such a good, like, it's so heavy with good features between the first and 8th level that in reality, even if you're playing like a Rune Knight or something, and you want to multi-class at 9th level, I don't recommend it, but you still would have a strong character no matter what. Multi-classing as a fighter, I feel like will never make your character weaker unless you multi-class into like a really bad class like monk. God, I hate monks being bad, but that's another topic. But yeah, that's all for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you all later. Peace.